And let's do sports now on the AM show. My name is Haruna Mubarak. We start at the press conference of the Ghana AFCON, where President Getty Okereke acknowledged the decline of the Black Stars and called for a collective effort to improve the state of Ghana football. According to him, the last few weeks have been a reflective period of the FA for the FA, and they are determined to right the wrongs and get Ghana back at the very top of the sport.
Talking about Ghana football. We've spoken about coast football. We've spoken about girls football. We've spoken about beach soccer futsal. We've spoken about the development and investment needs of our top tier leagues. We've spoken about the needs for investment in infrastructure, the introduction of our BAS strategy, etc., etc. That should tell all of us here that the reflective period has taught us big lessons. We have engaged a lot, and we accept where we have been wrong. The notes that I've espoused here speaks to this fact. The reflective period has also emboldened us to take very, very decisive decisions that would ensure, to quote the words of the Speaker of Parliament, the Black Stars and our national teams must rise from the ashes of setbacks. And we are very committed towards this. What we have said here is a testament of our commitment towards fixing the problems. I know all of us love our Black Stars. And our Black Stars players do love all of us. And all of us are committed towards fixing the problems with the Black Stars. Indeed, that journey has already started with a search for a new trainer for our Black Stars. When we find the new trainer, it is our collective decision and determination to stay for a long haul with a new set of trainers for our Black Stars and for all our national teams. I know, and we know, that all of us, including King Eben, want our Black Queens to win, our princesses to win, our maidens to win, our starlets to win, our damsels to win. How to win is what we have espoused here. Investments, 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 and keeping the way and taking decisive decisions. We love our Black Stars, we love our Black Queens, we love our football. We want our football to rise from the ashes.
Some journalists at the press conference also shared their thoughts about the entire event. They spoke to Love FM's Stephen Zondo.
I would say I was a little bit impressed with what the FA president said and what happened. It's like he addressed a lot of concerns of Ghanaians, because they feel the Black Stars, after failing, especially, he talked about a lot of things, but the focus was on the Black Stars, because in recent times the Black Stars' performance when it comes to major competitions and the African Cup of Nations has been very poor. So a lot of the journalists here had problems with how we were going to put things together to get the Black Stars back on track like it used to be. The countries we are looking at using local based players and performing in the AFCON ongoing in Cote d'Ivoire, like South Africa especially, it is because they have a very strong league. They have invested in the league very well. They have clubs that are big and performing in Africa, Mamelodi Sundowns. That is how come they are doing it with the local based players. But we ask ourselves, do our local based players have that kind of quality before they are going to get to that level? We would have to invest in our league.
Well, it's nice that they are trying to open up to the media, but I believe they did not really answer the questions as much as I wanted. They were just dancing around the questions, and well, let's see. But I wasn't so much impressed. I was expecting a more open, honest, a section where they are going to break the issues down so that we can take advantage to explain it to our listeners, which is the public. But one way or the other, they were dodging the bullet, and I think the media asked the right questions, but their answers were more were more covered, were not the best.
I will not say my total expectations were met, but I think it has been a good exercise. At least some of us will leave here with some clarity on some bordering questions that we needed to ask the FA, and they've clarified a few things. Yes, you will not get 100% expectations being met at events like this, because there were some key questions that the answers were either evasive or weren't answered at all. So yeah, I think I will give the exercise around 65-70% in terms of my expectations, the questions that were answered and the relevant answers that were provided by the executive committee.
Whatever it is, I think that I am looking at this whole exercise in terms of the general atmosphere and mood. The GFA feel that they need to engage the media more, because the media has become the bridge between the public and then the football authority. Half of the time there is either disinformation, misinformation, or lapses and gaps in information when it has to do with the various national teams in particular.
One of the national teams who will be in action in the coming weeks is Ghana's under-20 side, the Black Satellites. Now they will feature in the football competition at the Africa Games, which begins on March 8. The team has been paired with Benin, Congo, and the Gambia in Group A. Now, Ghana's head coach Desmond Ofe, he says his side are unfazed about their opponents. Now, the Accra Sports Stadium is one of the venues to host the football competition, but currently in a deplorable state. We brought the state of the facility for you yesterday in a report done by my colleague Achu Tamaklu. Now, joining me on Zoom, on phone actually, is Frank Boyne. He is an expert employed to work on the pitch. Mr. Frank, good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, please, how come the facility at the moment looks more or less like a farm with about 30 days or so left for the games to begin?
Okay, let me wish you Happy New Year and your listeners.
Yeah.
We recently been engaged to bring the pitch to FIFA and US CAF standards. So work is ongoing. I think, the league stopped recently. For us...
Mr. Frank, can you reposition yourself? We are struggling to hear you clearly.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Continue.
Yeah, I said work recently started on the pitch. So we have raked the pitch, we have mowed the pitch has been fertilized. I think there was a discussion about mushrooms also on the pitch. This is a fungal disease. It's the preparatory work for that have started so that the pitch can be sprayed with the fungicide. So there's no real cause for alarm. I think all the necessary work are going on the pitch. Aeration has been done, fertilization has been done. So all these things will come into fruition, I'm sure, within the next 2 weeks. When you come to Accra Sports Stadium, you will see a completely different pitch. And I want to assure yourself and the nation that the job given to us, bring our technology, myself and my team, we are working previously. We've been working 7 days a week to make sure that we can meet the target, which is end of this month.
Okay, so Mr. Frank, how soon will it be ready? Because we have about 29 days left for the games to begin.
Once the pitch is fertilized, all the basic work has been done. The raking, the aeration. The aeration is putting in oxygen into the soil so that carbon dioxide, the compaction, with the various amount of games that have been played on the pitch. Now the pitch has been totally given to us and it's been rested and the rest is going on. We have a number of workers here sleeping, even here at the site. We are sleeping here. We don't go home. So we are working around the clock to make sure that we achieve the goal. It's in the interest of all of us, and I really appreciate your concern that you have raised, and we have taken it in good faith, and we'll work extremely hard to make sure that there's no disgrace.
Okay. Frank Boyne, thank you very much for your time. Frank Boyne is a pitch expert employed to work on the Accra Sports Stadium. And of course, we'll do our jobs. We are going to follow up on this issue to its conclusion. Now, let's talk about the AFCON. And the host and win mantra is on for Ivory Coast. They secured a 1-0 win over DR Congo to qualify for the finals of the tournament, the Elephants will now face the Super Eagles of Nigeria, who beat South Africa 4-2 on penalties after a 1-1 draw in regulation time.